PC load letter? What the? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. We're talking today about another counter for IDEN with her Omicron, and I've done this a couple times now with Darth Revan, but I didn't try it until recently without MALAK. And the thing is, you guys probably saw my GAC recap, or if you hadn't, that's fine. I ran into trouble against a Sith Eternal team that had General... I wanted to use General Grievous, but it had Darth MALAK in it, and they stopped me. It stopped me pretty cold, and I was like, you know what? I want to try that. That seems like a thing that I would like to do. And so we threw MALAK on there, but then Darth Revan is just hanging out there without Bastila. Well, without Darth Revan. Gosh, he does have Basti. So it's like, what good is you, Darth Revan? What good is my English, for that matter? But especially what good is you? Because you don't have MALAK, and MALAK kind of makes the team good. And the answer was, why don't we try using it against IDEN? Because IDEN Versio has been a menace. She's like the new Nest. She's tough to kill. She gets a ton of holds right now. And there are other counters out there, I realize, but I don't feel like any of them are super consistent. This one seems pretty consistent, and it feels pretty cheap-ish. I mean, at the end game, at least, when like Darth Revan's not your very best team, you can kind of split the two off. I don't know. This is not bad, guys. So let's look at the kit. Look at the kit a little bit, and then I'll show you the footage and explain what's going on. And you guys can, decide for yourselves. Let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, I'm not telling you this is the way to do it, and I'm not even saying that this is 100% consistent, because we don't have enough sample size to be able to make that kind of assumption. But that being said, guys, thumbs up if you don't want to make a comment to help me out the algorithm. Would really appreciate it. It's a way to support this channel for free. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. So let's go to the game. Let's talk about kits for just a very short minute so you guys understand what's going on with this, and then we'll show you the footage. Whoa, madness. We're in the game. How'd we get in the game? Whoa. Alright, guys. Here's the Darth Revan team. Obviously, my face is blocking part of MALAK, which is kind of funny, because you can only see the part of his face that isn't a face, because he doesn't have a jaw. But you ain't got no jaw, Lieutenant MALAK. Alright, we've got... You don't need to see his mods. Pay no attention to Darth Revan's mods. Actually, it's kind of relevant in a way. I've made him really slow. Well, slow for me. Like, this is the slowest I've probably ever made Darth Revan on any of my accounts. Well, maybe Prevail Man slower. Anyways, here's the thing, guys. His lead does a lot of cool stuff. So, first off, you can't be stunned or anything. You also, you get death. So here's one really cool thing, guys, if you get one of your opponents down to 50% health or lower, then you put a death mark on the enemy leader. And now IDEN Versio revives instantly as long as she has other Imperial troopers with her. And so a death mark is just real nice, because IDEN Versio is the most personally powerful character on that squad. Like, she's not just a facilitator. She also, it's not just her leadership, I should say. She also does an enormous amount of damage and puts up some really nice abilities that if she is just gone, that whole team really struggles a whole lot. You guys know how fear works. If once he gets the turn, next turn they can't use abilities, can't evade, he can't get rid of it, increase the cooldowns by 1. It's just it's pretty neat, guys. It's a neat ability. It's been around forever, but I mean, it's people fear it, rightly so. Other things that it does, I mean, you can't have ability block, you can't be stunned. You do more damage, whatever. And one other thing, guys, that is really important is, so you can maybe do this without a pre-taunt. I did it with a pre-taunt this time, but okay. So first off, if they do shoot him a lot, then he equalizes his health with the healthiest ally, which is nice. But then it's also, let me see, where is this the one that he uses it? Hold on. Ah, here it is. Enemies can't assist or attack. This is unique, so you don't even need to be the lead, though. For this, you want to be. They can assist against him, which IDEN and everyone does, you know, they do quite a bit. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't mean they can't counter him, which is actually a very important distinction. But, you know, Darth Revan, guys, he starts with Foresight because of Basti, so that's nice. He can also take Sith Empire Trooper, and if you take the full Sith Empire squad, then, you know, you do extra damage. One other thing I wanted to point out, though, guys, and this is relevant for one specific build, and you're not going to see it too often, but it is worth looking at. Let's see. So, if you have HK's Zeta on him, which I do, and a lot of people say it's worthless, but there are certain circumstances it's like, man, this is so good. So, if his lead is Darth Revan, which he is, enemies with protection up can't gain bonus turn meter, which is an important part of the kit for range troopers. So you guys will see that. I took HK here. Let's actually just go to the fighting, guys. Let's show you guys the video. Those are the two most relevant parts of it, guys. There are other things, of course. Sith Marauder gaining 20% when people attack out of turn, etc. But let's go look at the video. Okay, so here it is, folks. We've got this team, and before you object and say there's no Death Trooper here, I don't think that Death Trooper actually makes much of a difference in this specific counter, because he's not going to get hardly any turns, if any. I think he just won't get turns unless you make him really fast, like faster than you expect a Darth Revan to go. But, I mean, this is an important aspect to it, guys, and you know, I don't want to represent this as the team to beat without Dark Trooper or Death Trooper. I know the Death Trooper is important to the team. I just don't think that he's that important for this specific counter. We don't need to worry about it. So here's the team that I brought. No Malak, and you know, this is a high relic Versio team. It's against a high level guild. So it's going to be well modded, and obviously it has the Omicron, has all the necessary Zetas, etc. And so one thing to point out, so she starts off with the Mass Assist, we have the Pre-Taunt, and then you see we have Vulnerable on two different characters, on the Sith Empire Trooper, and then also on HK, which reduces our speed by quite a bit. If it lands on Darth Revan, I'm wondering, I think that maybe the Foresight just like gets rid of it, or maybe we just got lucky here, but you know, that could be a factor. So, yeah, you know, she gets her first turn, and then we can target whoever. Remember, they're gonna shoot us back though, so I'm like trying to figure out, and remember, I'm not trying to represent this as me executing perfectly. You know, there's probably mistakes here and there, but you know, so I'm getting IDEN kind of closer a little bit, so that once we get Death Mark on her, you know, on the characters, we get fear on people more. Look at how everyone's staggered. We can do the AOE with the tank because we're tanking the hits, but you know, we're just working on it, guys. I mean, you can see like Death Trooper wouldn't necessarily take a turn here. Everyone's shooting back, which isn't great. Maybe I should cut that out, but I mean, our control is crazy. Like, they're not shooting Darth Revan, really. Like, and we have a really tanky Sith Empire Trooper. I mean, Relic 7, it's not ridiculously tanky, but not too bad. Anyways, I mean, once we take out IDEN with Death Mark, it's obviously over. It's easy. So, I mean, 72 banners out of the 75 possible because it was the first fight. And remember that fight is, the GAC is going to be posted on YouTube probably tomorrow. You know, it takes a while to process these things, but I did want to show you this footage. It's kind of a cool alternative to being able to, you know, that way you can use Malak elsewhere. You can use this team on a good squad, and I'm confident actually, guys, if we don't use this on IDEN, we can find another use for Darth Revan. He's great on offense. I have had a lot of fun with him on my alt. So, you know, Malak can go elsewhere, I think, maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.